Hi everyone, back with another new fishing reel unboxing. This one has come from Amazon in Japan, so bear with me, I'll just open her up. Okay, there we go. So this is the Daiwa Freams LT2500, and this is the XH, which is the gear ratio of 6.1 or 6.2. There we go, 6.2. So this is a faster gear ratio than the standard Daiwa Freams. The gear ratio of 5 to 1 is the gear ratio that you can buy in Australia. To get this gear ratio, I had to go to Amazon Japan. The main reason for buying this reel is to replace my Okuma Seima HD 3000, which is just a pretty poorly made reel. The drag on it is just awful. There's no finesse in the drag. There's no feel in the drag. Sometimes it's tighter than you think it is. Sometimes it's looser than you think it is. And that's just the way it's built. This is my second Okuma reel, and both of them have been, both of them have had drag issues. The drag just simply isn't up to the standard of a Daiwa or a Shimano reel. And it's, I got it really cheaply on sale, but generally around 120 Australian dollars, sometimes even more. And at that price, this Daiwa Freams, which is going to be far superior, is only a few dollars more these days. So I'll take a look at the Freams for the first time. I've been wanting to buy, or interested in the Frame since it came out. It's at a interesting price point where it sort of skips to mid-level after the entry-level Daiwa Exceller. And it's a mag sealed reel, which is one of the main reasons for getting it. And also just like the look of the reel as well. Yeah, it's a beautiful looking reel. Get the handle out. Comes with the shims. Comes with the schematics, no doubt. Yep. Comes in Japanese. I've got no chance of reading that. Comes the handle. Okay, there we go. It's pretty smooth. It's making its usual sort of scratchy Daiwa sound. With slow oscillation, you can still hear it. It's got a fair bit of resistance. It's not the It's not effortless to turn. But it is nice and smooth. So this is the 2021 Freams. They'll probably be coming out with a new one sooner or later. And this was way ahead of the previous version of the Daiwa Exceller in terms of the features and the tech that they've got in this. And it's got the air bail and the air drive. It's got mag seal. And the other difference between the 21 Freams and the new Daiwa Exceller that I think came out this year, 24. Now the only difference is mag sealed. It's basically the same reel. The Exceller is now basically the same reel as the Freams, with the exception of mag seal. And there may be a bearing, one or two bearings difference. I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head. But first impressions, is just a really nice looking reel. Smooth to operate. Drag sound. Drag sound is nothing to get too excited about. It's not overly loud, but it sounds nice enough. It'll sound a lot better with the fish on the end. I don't like the T-style handle. I've seen people have swapped these over for the normal I-style or I-shaped knob, so I'll be doing that. If I do that, I'll do that in another video. I just don't see the reason for Daiwa to be putting these T knobs on their handles in 2500 size reels that are generally used for finesse applications. It's not like you really need to hold on tight to land fish that you're using a 2500 reel to catch. Having said that, it does have, like all the Daiwa 2500s, it's got 10 kilos of drag, which is pretty excessive and more than anyone needs for a small reel this size, especially as I'll be using it on probably anything from carp to bream to salmon, and therefore that's plenty powerful enough for Australian salmon. Weighs 200 grams, which is pretty much perfect. It's not too heavy, not too light. And there we go. It's got 5 bearings in it. I'm going to spool it up with, I've got some 10-pound Suffix 832, which will do the job. The one thing that's unnecessary really about having 10 kilos of drag in such a small reel is it just means you've got to turn the dial a lot more to dial in the right drag. So there's just a much wider variance in the reel between tightening the drag right up and loosening it. So if you run your drag pretty loose, you've got a lot longer in terms of time to tighten your drag up. As far as prices are concerned, this is a reel is $239 recommended retail price. That's Daiwa's price. It's pretty much held that value unless it's been on sale for 10 to 20% off. But one of the reasons that I bought this now is that I got it for $148 off Amazon Japan. So $148 for a $239 reel is a pretty good deal now. And again, if you're looking for the mag sealed Daiwa, especially in Australia, you can definitely go the Freams, and you might get it at around $170 to $200 in store, but on Amazon Japan, $148 was just was too good to pass up. and also it's got the gear ratio of 6 to 1, which I kind of prefer. Keeps the lure moving faster and helps you retrieve your bait a lot faster. I'm not going to use this for ultra finesse applications where I really need to slow down my lure. So I like that 6.2 or 6.1 gear ratio, where you do get to retrieve your lure or your bait a whole lot faster. So I'll chuck some braid on it soon and start putting it to use. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about the Daiwa Freams, love that name, Freams, that's a great name. It's another good reason for buying the reel. If you have any questions about the Freams, then feel free to leave a comment and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. Thanks for watching. Cheers.